If you just read the Bible surface level, there might be a lot of texts that seem like they contradict each other. For example, in Romans 6 verse 14, it says, "For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under the law, but under grace." But then, a couple of chapters beforehand, in chapter 3 verse 31, he says, "Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yea, we uphold the law." So how is it that in one chapter it says we're no longer under the law, but yet in another chapter it says, yeah, we uphold the law, we establish the law, yeah, we still follow the law? How is it that these two texts that seem contradictory can be found in the same book, same author, just chapters apart? If we don't really dig deeper into our studies and just read things surface level, we'll be pretty confused. Now, in this example, it says that we're no longer under the law, but under grace. When you think about it, when you are under something, like for example, salvation can be obtained under these conditions. And the condition is the law, right? Therefore, under the law. So, when Christ came on earth, he came to set us free. Set us free from what? To set us free from the condition of salvation. When he died the death that we should have died, he was paying the penalty that the law commanded. So when Paul says here we're no longer under the law, he's saying that salvation is now no longer under the condition of you have to follow the law. Because Christ came and fulfilled the law by living a perfect life and dying the perfect death. The death that we should have died, he paid the penalty on our behalf. And the life that he lived, the perfect life, according to the law, is now imputed on our behalf. So when Paul says that we still uphold the law, we still obey the law, he's saying that we're not obeying the law as a means to salvation, because Christ already fulfilled that. What he's saying is we're upholding the law because we are saved. When you're under something, it's kind of like a burden, like a weight on your shoulder. But 1 John chapter 5 gives us some insight onto this. And he says this: First John 5 verse 3, "For this is the love of God, that ye keep his commandments. And his commandments are not burdensome." We're no longer under the weight and the pressure and the burden of the law, because we're now obeying the law out of our love for God. Because we are saved, because we love God, we obey the law. It's no longer a burden, no longer a requirement, it's no longer a prerequisite for salvation. It's a response to salvation. Because we love, we obey. And this is what Paul and John and the rest of the Bible is communicating. In the past, the requirement of salvation was under the condition of the law. But now, we're no longer under that condition because Christ fulfilled that. Christ said, "I came not to destroy the law, but to fulfill it." So yes, we still abide by the law, but we abide because we love, because we are saved, and because we want to please God. Think on these things.